Welcome to the transducer and the instrumentation virtual lab. Now we are moving towards the experiment number 4, that is study of frequency and phase measurement using Lissajous patterns. Here we have the three options. We can go through, if you want to just know about the Lissajous pattern, we can go to this point, and if we want to understand about how the frequency measurement is done, then we have got the one other option of frequency measurement and one for the phase measurement. So now we have to start an experiment. Before starting an experiment, you have to set some values, like if I want my frequency signal to be, suppose you can make it, you can see any value of your own choice, like if I select, suppose if I select 5 to be the frequency of the first signal, and the amplitude I selected 5, and the phase of that signal to be as 45 degree, right? And for the second signal, I again select the frequency. Suppose if I want it to be around, and the amplitude, you can again select the amplitude. Like if I suppose I select that 10 to be the amplitude of the signal 2, and the phase of that signal to be at 60. Now I have to just make this on. As I click this run button, I will be in the run mode. That is, now run mode is just an indication that now you can do your experiment. As I did it, now through this start button I have to start the experiment. That through this button our Lissajous pattern will be generated. Now as I click this start button, so as I click the start button, the signal also generated. That this is our desired signal. It's a sine wave signal whose frequency is 5, the amplitude is 5, and the phase is also 45 degree. And the second one is also a sinusoidal signal whose frequency is 10 and amplitude is 10, and the phase is also 60. And the same way we get the Lissajous pattern of such a signal. This is a Lissajous pattern for both the signal 1 and signal 2. That is, signal 1 is there in the horizontal pattern, and signal 2 is at the vertical. So in this way we get the Lissajous figure for the both of the signals. Now if you want to change, if I suppose I want to change the frequency of the first signal, suppose we increase it, suppose we make it to 10, and then we will be getting this Lissajous pattern. In this way we can change your amplitude, and you can have the different Lissajous figures for the different signals, and as per the amplitude, frequency and the phase. And for the second one also you can change this way. You see that as you are doing the change here, the Lissajous figure is also changing as per you changes the frequency and the amplitude and the phase of the different signals. So in this way you understand that how exactly the Lissajous figures look like, and this is the Lissajous figure for the sinusoidal waves, and we have mentioned here as signal 1 and signal 2. So in this way we get the Lissajous pattern. Now again, if you want to have the frequency measurement, then you can click here this option. Now as I click the frequency measurement, I have got the first signal to be this, that is, I have selected the frequency 15, amplitude to be 5, and the phase is 45. You can select any of the frequency. Suppose you change the frequency, suppose you make it to 12, and the unknown signal, here is the option for the unknown signal. You can select the unknown signal, any like signal 1, signal 2, signal 3, signal 4, signal 5. These are the 5 options you have. Any of the signal you can select. Suppose I select signal 4 this time. So these are the pictorial representation or the graphical representation of those signals. This is the amplitude, and this is the time scale, and this is for the unknown signal. This is the amplitude for the unknown signal, and this is the time signal for the time scale for the unknown signal. Now in this way we get this, the Lissajous figure. And as per the Lissajous figure, is frequency of the unknown signal, that is this frequency signal, is also been calculated. This comes 25. And now at the same frequency and amplitude phase of the known signal, we change the different signal of, that is the unknown signal. We can now choose signal 3, and as I've changed the signal, that is unknown signal, suppose I make it to the signal 3, what we are getting the different Lissajous pattern here as per our change here. And suppose now again I've just make it to signal 1. See, we get the different signal here. This is the Lissajous figure for the signal, for the unknown signal, signal 1, and when the known signal is these are the attributes of the known signal. Now if I change the frequency of this signal, as I'm changing anything here, we see that there is the Lissajous figure is also changing. So in this way we understand how exactly the Lissajous figure depends upon the frequency and amplitude phase for the known signal, and how it depends upon the choice of your unknown signal. Now again you can choose signal 2. So in this way you get again a Lissajous pattern. So through this Lissajous pattern we calculate the unknown frequency of the unknown signal. So in this way it has been calculated to the 10. Now the third one, it comes to the phase measurement. That what exactly the phase measurement? Phase measurement is also for the unknown signal. Actually we know the phase and amplitude frequency of the known signal, that is this one, and but we are unaware of the phase of the unknown signal. So we can choose the different signals from here. Like suppose if I choose signal 5, then this Lissajous pattern appears, and as per this Lissajous pattern we are getting the phase of the unknown signal here. Now again if I change the first signal and we make it to the amplitude 1, and phase is to be like you increase the phase or you increase the phase. Now I'm increasing the phase. You see that I make it to the 20. Now this is the phase and amplitude and the frequency of the known signal, and through there we are selecting the different signals, signal L3. So in this way this is the graphical representation for the known, and this is the graphical representation for the unknown, and as per our section of this unknown signal we are getting a Lissajous pattern here, and as this Lissajous figure calculates, this Lissajous figure helps us to calculate that how the phase of the unknown signal, what is exactly the phase of the unknown signal. You can again change the type of signal you are selecting. Suppose that I make it to signal 1. This is the phase for the signal 1. For signal 2, see the Lissajous figure changes and the phase of the known signal also changes. Signal 3. So in this way we understand how we get the Lissajous pattern and how the frequency measurement and the phase measurement has been done by using the Lissajous pattern. Now once you're over with your experiment, you can stop the experiment through this button. As I click this stop button, see now your signal has been stopped, your experiment has been stopped. Now you cannot do anything. Like suppose if I change this, so that has been stopped. I mean this button is for there to stop everything. So in this way we understand the Lissajous pattern, how we use the Lissajous pattern in the frequency and the phase measurement of the signals. So in this way, suppose you don't understand the experiment, then you go through this is a procedure is there. You can go through this procedure which there in the bottom. You can follow this procedure. You can follow this procedure step by step, and you can perform the experiment. You can have the Lissajous pattern, frequency and the phase measurement of the different signals. Now you can go through the experiment any number of times, if that depends upon you. The documentation part is there. You can go through those parts, you can make your doubts clear, you can go through the experiment. At the same time you can do your calculation by your own self, and you can tally that calculation with our experiment, so that you may have a very clear idea for what exactly the Lissajous pattern do. So in the last, I like to conclude and I like to say thanks to all of you who have listened this audio tutorial, and I hope you would have understand the whole basics of the Lissajous pattern, that how exactly it is used and how different things have been calculated using this Lissajous pattern. So thank you once again.